Hello. We are back. Take 25. We got this. For all of you who have been on this journey with us, we're trying to get hold of Lana. She's being friggin' amazing. Okay, no one be confused. What we're gonna try to do, it could be something to do with Lana's account. So I'm gonna go live with a lovely lady named Sarah, but it will be Lana. Okay, we got this. Okay, so let's look for Sarah. Sarah. Don't see Sarah yet. Hi, everyone. Stay with me now. I'm looking for Sarah. Sarah, if you're here as, or Lana, if you're here as Sarah, let me know. Hi, everyone. We love Sarah. We love Sarah. We're looking for Sarah. Having a hard time finding Sarah, but we're gonna keep looking. Hello. Y'all are so great and patient. Sarah, we love you, Sarah. Where are you at, Sarah? Okay, let's try again. No, I'm not seeing Sarah. Now my dad's trolling this live. He just said, who's Sarah? Dad, you haven't been following along on the journey with us. So we don't have time to explain to you. Goodness gracious. Cancel. Ooh. All right, I'm looking for Sarah. Y'all are being so helpful. Sarah, can you send me a request if you're here? Thank you. She's here. No, I think that's not, I see a Sarah, but I don't think it's the Sarah we need. No, not that we don't love the Sarah that's here. Okay, y'all. I'll be right back. Okay? Do not go anywhere. Oh, she is yes, Sarah. Okay, Sarah Wan Kim. That's who we need. Ooh, this is like a story in itself. Don't we love this? Okay, Sarah, we're requesting. It's like a mystery. Like solving it together. Oh my gosh, I see you.
25 minutes of this. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend the rest of the year trying to build a damn time machine so I can go back in time and destroy all of this. Whoever decides,
like what? Your account?
I can't do it anymore. I'm done. What?
You look crystal clear now. This is wild.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, we started this interview with like, oh my God, I can't believe this is working. And mind you, I did like I just did 2 other interviews.
Oh my gosh, Lana, I don't know. We made it. I think everyone was so lovely. Everyone, it's been a journey. My dad was on here. He's like, who's Sarah? I'm confused. I'm like, Dad, you don't even know the story.
Yeah, I know. Poor Sarah.
Sarah, we
Just
love
like,
you. Everyone's like, we adore Sarah. Sarah for the win. It's been a journey.
oh no, Sarah's the best.
Sarah's the
No,
best.
you know, honestly, come here, Lola. Honestly, I feel like what's happened is, oh, Loli.
Oh, who's
Covered in dirt.
this? Who's this?
Lola. Say hi, Lola. Oh, she's covered in dirt, Sarah. But look.
Oh my God. Oh, so precious.
Oh my God, there's
Oh
dirt
my
everywhere.
gosh. I'm just
It's
so
fine,
happy.
whatever.
I'm just so happy it worked out. And it was a journey, but we're here. Okay, let's just dive into it because, you know.
That's fine. Sorry, I'm so sorry. You know,
Don't
like I
apologize.
said, I used to think that when Sarah first started working for me, she's super tech savvy, and I was like, she goes, "No, I can fix it. I can fix it." I was like, "You don't even bother. It's an energetic thing." I would buy a new fax machine, plug it in, brand new, and it would like literally blow up. Like there's something weird with my energy and technology, and it just doesn't work.
I believe it because you're in the same spot, you're using the same Wi-Fi, just someone else's phone.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
wild.
Yes.
Maybe we need like
It's
an
literally,
you maybe
I
need
don't know.
like a
I'm
tech
sorry.
exorcist or something. Like we'll sage your phone or something. I don't know.
I feel bad though, because I don't hope everybody is joining us. Everyone's like, who's Sarah?
Honestly, you have the best fans. They're so friggin' loyal and love you to death. And they've been so lovely. And it's been all positive comments. No one's been upset. Everyone's like, we're here for you, Lana. Like, it's very sweet.
Well, luckily they're so used to this. They're like, probably making bets like, all right, do you think it's going to work this time? I doubt it. Well, I'm going to say it will. I'm going to say it won't. So for all those who won that bet, go buy yourself a double cheeseburger because
my God, delicious. Okay,
anyway, let's talk Why Women Kill.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I got to watch some episodes. You play the delicious Rita.
Castillo. She's amazing.
She's amazing. Can you just quickly describe Rita for us in your own words?
Oh my gosh. She's the sardonic wife to this very wealthy, elderly man who has waited, and she's been like waiting a long time for him to die. He's lived a lot longer than he said he was. But she really wants to live her best life. And with him, it doesn't happen. So she's the president of the Garden Club, which you'll learn more about the Garden Club. And she rules it with an iron fist. Mm-hmm. And she spends most of her time not only perfecting her beauty, but she is having like this crazy torrid affair with a very, very handsome young buck.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so, yes.
Her storyline explores the pleasures of beauty and status and ambition.
Oh, I love that.
So she's very exciting.
It is very exciting. And I think that, gosh, you are so damn talented and at bringing these characters alive on screen that sort of we love to hate and we hate to love. These complex mixture of light and dark. These women that are usually kind of in more masculine roles, right?
Yes.
Traditionally. And Rita is another amazing example of that.
Yes. I mean, this is really a show that's told through the female lens, which is so great. And there's very strong women on this show. And this show in itself really explores what it means to be beautiful. And the hidden truths behind the facade that people project into the world, and the lengths that someone will go in order to be sort of recognized or accepted by society and what society deems as desirable. And I think that's such an interesting thing to touch upon because we are so influenced by all of social media and like, these sort of public figures or what do we call influencers. Mm-hmm. And everyone's trying to live up to that. And we sort of like, this is what, this is what beauty is. And this is what a good body should look like. And it's like, it really has had for years, decades, has had such an influence on the masses.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be a very positive thing. And most of the time it's not. It could really break down people's self-esteem. I'm not pretty enough, I'm not bad enough, whatever it is, and really break down their character. And it's, you can see it can turn people into monsters and villains. And it can also turn people into into depression or send them, off into the dark side, which is, very scary.
Absolutely. And I think we see that with Rita. We see how those beauty ideals has kind of created this fierce confidence within her, but then also has, really put a big cloud of kind of unhappiness and regret also in her life. It's really compelling to watch, and it's so fascinating because this takes place in 1949 and it's still so damn relatable.
Yes.
Which is like a little heartbreaking, and I think a good wake-up call to say we have so much work to be done still about the way that we kind of sexualize women and, view women as kind of objects of desire.
Yes. I mean, we have come a long way, but yes, it's still a battle. And I think it will be for some time.
Yeah.
But,
It's
just to
fascinating
talk about,
because,
sorry.
I think, yeah, it's really interesting because I think it's in the first episode where, there's a lot, like a fun voiceover that happens in the show where you're like, oh, if you thought you knew Rita, like you don't know anything that's going on in her private life. And that presents itself so much today with social media where we have a hard time distinguishing between someone's public persona and their private persona, and it gets very confusing. And I think that can create a lot of jealousy and a lot of pain that is unnecessary pain that we can avoid.
Yes, and it's really, I mean, I think it kind of boils down to like parenting, and also parenting oneself,
Yeah.
and just sort of like kind of managing the emotions that come with, what we're visually seeing every single day, and how we're constantly influenced by what we're seeing.
Yeah.
And consciously making a choice to like, you know what, I can't put my energy and focus there. My body doesn't necessarily look like that, but if I want my body to look like that, then there are ways to achieve it. And then shifting your sort of lifestyle or day to day with diet or exercise can help lend itself to that. There's a lot of people that are like, I love how I am and it's perfect, and whatever, society doesn't deem this as desirable or perfect, but I do. And it is shifting. It has shifted. It's like, we were just talking today about how much our bodies have shifted over the years with people who do my hair and makeup. I've known them for years.
Yeah.
And we were saying like, yeah, at my age now, it's like things just don't burn off the same, And it's like, well, it is what it is, and sort of embracing that and sculpting it and shaping it as we'd like, and continue to stay in good health and shape. But it is a very tricky time in the world, and being that we are constantly on social media and we are always being fed these images, you really have to monitor how much you take in.
Yeah.
You really do. And I think it's important to set sort of boundaries for yourself and time limits, so you don't get sucked into the world that is, sometimes very fun and positive in the way that this is right now, but can also be very detrimental to the wrong person.
100%. And I think that we kind of see that in Why Women Kill. We kind of see these women that, they're not heroes and they're not villains, right? They're just human. And we see how that same kind of sense of getting sucked in
Yes.
It can be so harmful, and it's a good lesson. I think it's like it's really these types of shows are so important to say like, look what's happening. Look what's kind of happening to Rita, and look how she's sort of responding, and how her environment, how she's a product of kind of her environment and her situation. Um, oh, it's so meaty. I'm just obsessed with this season.
Well, and also what Rita thought at the time in the 40s, I mean, this was before the 50s. So it's like,
Yeah.
and we all remember what the 50s were like, at least from what we've seen and read in history and how it's been portrayed in film and TV, et cetera. But women were sort of, they were placed in a box.
Yeah.
It's like, this is what your job title is as a woman. And job opportunities for women in the 30s were very slim. You were like a seamstress or you were a seamstress. Like, there weren't like many job opportunities. So I think a lot of women sort of relied on their, aesthetics to kind of get ahead in the world or to attract a man that can sort of take care of them. So a lot of effort was put into quote unquote self-care, but it was on a very superficial level, and there was a different sort of agenda that came with that. It was, I want to be accepted. I want to be deemed as beautiful. I want to, have some status in the world. And so women really invested in their looks, they wouldn't leave the house without makeup. Like one of my aunts who's been married over 6 years, she still puts lipstick on and first thing in the morning, like before her husband wakes up, and there's something really sweet and charming about that too, like wanting to look beautiful for your partner, which is great. I think that also lends itself to like always wanting your partner to look at you. It's like, okay, I got the cream of the crop here, and putting a little effort to look presentable, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones is not necessarily a bad thing. But this sort of intention then, which was, it was used to sort of get ahead in the world.
Yes.
Is what's really interesting, and that's what the show is about.
I love that. I love that you said that, the intention, and that, yes, it's all about the intention.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. And I think for Rita, it's a mode of survival.
Absolutely. She is actually, in my eyes, deemed as a survivor.
Yeah,
and that's
I agree.
how I like to look at her.
Yeah, and I think that kind of shines through. I think that's why, with her, it's kind of a roller coaster as an audience member, because you want to like stand and applaud her one minute, and then you're just furious at her the next.
Well, she really explores the pleasures of beauty and status and ambition, and she really uses like this season examines how beauty and power, beauty equals power, and how people use this beauty and power to their advantage and to get what they want in the world. And that is really interesting and perfectly set at a time when it was so prevalent.
Yeah.
Now I think more your intelligence and sort of your achievements and, your sense of humor and personality is really what people want to capture, and they're more sort of enticed by that.
Yeah.
But then it was very superficial. It was very surface.
Yeah. And you see that. I think it's really interesting to kind of take a step back and kind of see the arc of a woman's survival modes in this world. And how, well, I always say that women are kind of like chameleons. It's like we're very adaptable. And I think you can see that throughout history of sort of the trends, like the beauty trends, kind of seeing how women are using whatever they can as their advantage, because the opportunities weren't given.
Correct.
Oh, it's fascinating. And like, I mean, on a surface level for a second, your freaking costumes in this series are fantastic.
Yes, to die for. I mean, I will say I've been really fortunate. The last 2 big jobs that I've had have had like the most talented costume designers. And I play, and I'm playing like this, in the way that Regina from Once Upon a Time was deliciously wicked and evil.
Mhm.
Rita has elements of that, but it's not set in a fairy tale world. So it's, these costumes are more sort of relatable because
Mhm.
you can wear them today.
Mhm.
100% wear any of them today.
Mhm.
And I love that. Like I have some of Regina's costumes from Once Upon a Time, and I can't. I'm like I
Like,
don't.
where
The
do
only
I
thing
wear
I
this?
can
Yeah.
is like on Hollywood Boulevard next to Superman and Wonder Woman, or like you know, or like in my home, and I'm having like a fun costume party. I can't really use those, but Mark Cherry gifted two of my costumes.
Hmm.
And I was so excited, even though I could probably never wear them. But he gifted me two of the most beautiful Rita Castillo costumes that Janie Bryant designed. And I'm so grateful to him. He's just a wonderful, wonderfully generous and talented producer, and just with such a big heart and cares so much about, the people that work for him and the show and like these stories and these characters. And anyhow, he knew how much I love these two costumes. And I probably can't wear them because they are definitely red carpet costumes. But
Mhm.
I could have a fun little tea
Yeah,
party
why not?
someday.
Why not? Okay, I have to ask, is one of them that gorgeous red number from like the garden party? Yes!
Oh, not the garden party.
Oh, which
No,
one?
the entrance when you first meet Rita
Oh, yes, at
Castillo,
the
and she's wearing the
restaurant.
sort of Jessica Rabbit, like Rita
Oh,
Hayworth inspired
oh, that's
dress.
gorgeous. What an entrance.
Every time I put that on, I was like, oh my God. It was my 3-year-old self just like
Yeah, how
came
fun.
alive. And my 3-year-old
No,
self.
but you're young, you're like kid self. Yeah, yeah.
Let me age myself a little bit more, maybe 5. I was like maybe 5 years old.
No, but honestly, y'all watching, you are going to lose it when you see Rita's entrance. It is
Oh my
divine.
God. I feel like this lighting is so intense and like blowing me out. I'm not really sure where to
No,
go.
you look
I think it's
gorge.
the Samsung phone that I'm on.
Oh gosh.
I'm like, I'm not a Samsung person, so I feel like I look a lot better on my Apple phone. Go Apple.
No, you look beautiful. All right. I'm going to ask you one quick question before I let you go because you've been such a freaking trooper, sticking it with me this whole time. Oh, thank you. We love you. We love you.
And I love you all for being so patient. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sarah, who has
Sarah.
left, and I have her phone.
Sarah, we love you. You are our savior. You are our angel, Sarah. What would Rita's motto be?
Oh, that's a good one. What would her motto be? I think it would be like, you know, don't judge me.
Mm.
You don't know my past. You don't
Ooh.
know my life. And I had to do what I had to do to survive.
Yes. I love that. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's wonderful. Well,
And
Lana,
you know what? That kind of goes for my motto too.
I was gonna say that's just like an amazing motto. It's like don't judge me. Don't judge me.
One
You
of
don't know
my,
me. You don't know me.
you don't know my life, you don't know me, but one of my biggest things with people in the world, and it happens so much on social media, I'm yelling at everybody, is that everybody's so damn quick to judge.
Yes.
Everybody. And it is just gross. Like, honestly,
Agree.
it's heinous. Like, we have no idea
Oh.
where people come from, the life that they've lived, their
Mhm.
background, their history, their traumatic wounds, childhood wounds, whatever. And what I see, and I see it a lot in the fandom, so I'm talking about everybody, is
Mm.
I see a lot of bullying, and it's
We don't like
disgusting.
that. We don't like
It
that.
actually makes me want to get off and never go on social media because I just can't. It's like visually seeing it, it's just nauseating to me.
It's
But
heartbreaking. It's
it's
devastating.
hard, and everyone's just so quick to go poof, 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 and punch you in the face. And it's just like, when I was going, I don't mind saying this, but when I was going through my separation and divorce,
Hmm.
I was going through a lot.
Yeah.
It was very, very hard for me. I was super heartbroken. And like, I wouldn't want anyone to judge me during that time period when I wasn't my charismatic self or like my bubbly self or my smiling self. like, oh, what's wrong with her? You know, it's like, well, God, if you only knew, you know? And I think we often judge so quickly. And, you know, that kind of brings me back to what this season is about, because you can certainly expect murder and mystery. That is for sure going to happen. But what's fun about this season is that the victims and the perpetrators might not be who you expect.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I said, don't be so quick to judge.
I think that what a beautiful motto. What an important lesson. Lead with kindness, lead with love, or just like, it's like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
I agree. I agree.
I mean, it's not that hard, people. Anyways, well, this was so lovely. Lana, I adore you. I'm so happy that we got to speak again.
I know, likewise. I'm so sorry that I don't even know how I can post this.
No,
but I'd like to, but I'm not sure how to do that. Maybe, because I'd like to post it on my page so people can see it. But I'm not sure how to.
Like a repost app, but I think I
do have that. Is there a way to do that?
There's a way to do it. I'm sure Sarah can. Sarah, are you listening? We love you. But yeah, I'll DM you. We can talk about it.
Okay, yeah, please do somehow share it, and I can share it, because I think a lot of the things that we talked about today are very, very important.
I agree.
And this has been one of my favorite interviews of the day, and I would love to share it on my page.
Thank you, Lana. Well, we love you so much. Why
Likewise.
Women Kill Season 2, Episode 1 and 2 comes out.
Will debut.
Yes, you get 2 for 1. Thursday, June 3rd, Paramount Plus. Do not miss it. All right, Lana.
Thank you so much.
We love you.
Love you to bits.
Okay, bye.
Bye.